Hello my lovelies, Sophia here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to some paid personal readings. I'm just going to go and set this up whilst people are joining in. Okay. Let's just turn it slightly. Oh no, that's a little bit too far. Just when you can't adjust yourself. Right. Oh, actually, that's back to where it was. Right. Okay. Here's that sending little hearts and smiley faces and celebrations. Same old in the chat for you to see. Okay, I hope you've all been well. Got my blanket on. We've got some cold weather here. Right, we'll wait till we get to at least 6 viewers. And then hello Moscow. And then we will start with the collective spirit reading, which is the first of the free readings. Remember that the rest, any personal readings, any personal questions are paid readings only. If you can't get PayPal where you are, then please check out my shorts, because they're the quickest sort of readings that you can get on most subjects. Okay. Yes, it won't be a personal short, but it will be relevant for you in some way, if there's one that you're drawn to. Oh dear. Give it a couple more minutes. Oh, we're up to 5. Just need one more, even if they disappear again when they realise it's paid. But I will be doing the first of the free collective readings this live, which will be the spirit messages, anything that spirit wants to tell us all, including myself. Okay, I think I'll start regardless. Right, okay, Spirit, what message do we have for the collective? Anybody who comes across this video, anybody watching now? What message for us this week? I'm going to bring in an Archangel Michael one this time. Okay. So what I will do is read out what is actually on the cards and then give you the message that Spirit is giving me. Okay, so we've got, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. We also have conclusions are within reach. Empowerment, you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful. Be yourself. This situation calls for you to use your... This situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. Okay, and then from Archangel Michael, we have new beginnings and fresh start. Thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. So they're all talking about there's going to be new beginnings and a fresh start. Okay, as we release and heal and learn from the past. Okay, we have the angel Shanti is bringing you as new tranquility and a smooth road ahead, and those conclusions are within reach. Okay, so soon. And then we have with these two, empowerment, you're more powerful than you realize. It's safe for you to be powerful and just be yourself. The situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. So 2 power ones there. Okay, why? Because we are a multi-dimensional spiritual being of pure energy, of love and light, in a human physical form. Okay, our spiritual self literally sort of stepped into this vehicle, this meat suit, okay, to have a physical experience using our 5 senses. Okay, but if you are yourself and not your human self, okay, because we are powerful. Okay, what we say goes. All right, so just be yourself. You're a human being, the Spirit is saying, not a human doing, which is what the human brain wants to try and do. Fix and solve. It likes answers. Okay, it needs structure, whereas your spiritual self just feels what's right. Okay, is what Spirit is saying. So there are smoother times ahead, new beginnings and a fresh start if you, and those conclusions are within reach if you are yourself. Okay, just be yourself. What feels right, not what you think is right, what feels right. I've really learned to go by feelings, what feels. Okay, yes, my human mind wants to come in and try and shift that, but I don't allow it to anymore. Okay, so, and your heart is your truth. All right. No SHS, this is paid personal readings only, my lovely. If you can't get PayPal where you are, then you can go onto my shorts and see if there's an answer there for you. They're the quickest ones to get to for quick answers. So I will be putting, after the live, I will be putting in the comment section the timestamps for the 3 collective readings. So the next one will be the love one, which won't be until 1:45, and then the career one in the next hour at 1:30. Also, for those of you who like longer videos, then there is the normal videos on the channel, not just on the shorts. Now, as I haven't got any prepaid readings tonight or anybody that's paid at the moment, this is a spiritual channel as well. Okay, so when it's quiet, rather than sit here in silence, if you've ever wondered about anything tarot, anything spirit, then you know, we can chat about that, but I'm not doing personal readings. Okay, personal readings are paid readings only, and apart from the free collective readings that Spirit does throughout the life. If not, it will be quiet. Like I say, even though if I'm on for 2 hours and I only help one person, whether it's through the free collective readings or just by chatting about spiritual things, and that's fine by me. That's what I'm here for. Hello, Iman. Hope you're well. Oh, happy birthday, Iman. Are you 21? I'm fine, thank you. I didn't realise you were a fellow Scorpio. Yes, I've already had mine. I knew you was there, Stormy. I thought, I bet that's Stormy sending all those little hearts. 9th, yeah. Oh, another Scorpio. Surrounded by Scorpios. Watch out, everybody, we might sting you. Okie doke. What's your question, my lovely? Okie dokie. Hello, Neela. I know who you are now in here. It's decided. Oh, you've decided to use this account. Okay, righty-ho. Right, Iman. Hello, Holly. Oh, yes, there have been changes. Changes. Okay. Has he been coming forward in a better way? Being more open with you? Okay, now from there. Okay. And it will keep going over the winter months. Okay, this for me is winter months. So, you know, he's not going to give up at the first hurdle. But remember, you know, it's how you're seeing him as well. Okay, don't let your fears come in around this. It's whatever your story you're telling is what you will experience, as long as you're not all over the place shifting stories. Okay, you're persisting in one story, you know, and relaxing and having fun, Spirit is saying as well. Okay, you don't want to block the energy again. You want to continue having him come forward, you know, in a positive way. So don't let your fears come in. Oh dear, you turned into a bitch. Well, there you go. He will. You can only hold your hands up when he starts treating you in an unfavorable way. Okay, you can't say you want him and then treat him like a bitch. Which is it? You know, you're being your own worst enemy here, which will block the energy again. Okay. You know, he will again just have that flirty energy, that fun energy, which that card was saying, you know, and that, you know, whatever happens, he's not separate from you. He only exists because you're aware of him. Okay, if you weren't here on this planet, he would be existing in a totally different form. Okay, I mean, you know, he would still be him, but he would not be that Ahmed as you know. Okay. And Spirit is saying, okay, you need to look at why you turned into a biatch. Okay, I really, really want him. I think he's lovely. But then when he starts to open up to you, why did that's your fears coming in. Okay, so you need to look at what triggered you. Okay, because we need to work on our triggers. Okay, so that you can be more balanced. Okay, 2 balanced ones here, so that you can be more balanced, or so that you don't get triggered again. And that comes down to your I am. How do you see him with my bitchy version? Well, he will block you. Actually, it depends how you're saying bitch version. Do you mean in control, not that you were verbally a bitch to him? Do you mean like you were in boss bitch mode? Is that what you mean? Because I suddenly got a version of you not melting, but being in charge, if you get what I mean. Not as in, when I first saw that turn into a bitch, I think Spirit as well thought that you meant like you were being nasty to him, a nasty, bitchy. Okay, but remember, you're always on your, okay, you're always on your pedestal. Don't start judging. Okay, remember, love is unconditional. When I'm asking spirits, how do you see him with my bitch version? I mean over social media, not in real life. I don't know what you mean. Have you posted something on social media then? And you're wondering if you saw him, because Spirit doesn't go into social media because it's fake. Okay, Spirit does not like social media. Okay, or the one that I channel does not like social media because it's all smoke and mirrors. Okay. But again, Spirit is reminding you, it's he might have seen you as beautiful depending on what you put on there. Okay, but it's also, he's a reflection of you. Okay, without judgment. If you start judging yourself or him, then you're going to get judgment in this. All right, remember, you don't need to try and get him. He's already yours. Okay, it's not about what you want or how you want him to be. It's who you're being. All right, so his energy is coming forward. It will continue to come forward in a more positive way, as long as you don't let your fears come in and you're relaxing and having fun. Okay, within yourself. The stories you're telling yourself, we experience the stories we tell ourselves. Okay, whatever you're saying in your head is what you will experience. Okay. So just make sure that you're not coming from judgments. Don't get into your fears again. Stay balanced, Spirit is saying. Okay, then hopefully he will keep showing up and having fun. Okay, but that doesn't mean that that's your end. Your end, have you defined your end with him? You know, is it a relationship? Is it just a date? What is your end with him? Your end goal? What purpose is he serving in your life? Spirit just said. No, it's more that flirty energy. Okay, if you're saying, oh, we're not there yet, you're not living in the end. Okay, remember, if you're not being the person who has the end, okay, and you're still looking out there for proof, you are the proof and validation. Okay, as far as you're concerned, he's only with you. So you should already be in the end. There's no, or are we not there yet? In the current energy, because I know that you haven't shifted. Okay, I know you haven't shifted. Okay, so you're still very 3D focused. Looking for signs, looking for proof, looking for evidence, looking for the changes. You're not actually being Iman who is with him full stop, like you are called Iman. Okay, there's no debate over that. So his energy is, because you're more sort of, you're not so much in your fear, but Spirit is reminding you not to go back into your fear. Okay. He's coming in a more chatty, flirty way. All right. I've just got your dad wanting to pull a card. Yeah, so he's saying here, he just wants to come in and say happy birthday as well to you, my lovely. Send his wishes to the family, to mum and to your sister as well. But he's saying, remember, it's always your decision. Okay, now these two horses are sort of pulling in different directions. They're looking different ways, but you're in control of pulling them together in one direction. Okay, that is where your fate lies. Your story today, right now, is what you spin the wheel. You know, what you will experience. Your dad is reminding you. Okay. And again, the celebration card. Happy birthday again. He's ending with there. He was around you today. He was around you today. Yeah, I was there. Very proud of you. I was there. Okay. I heard your wishes, he just said. He's not telling me what they are, but he's saying, I heard what you wished for. No, I don't mean necessarily you blew out a candle, but you might have said something or thought something that he picked up on. Okay. Remember, I just pass on what I'm being given. Wow. I haven't had your granny's energy come through. It was definitely your dad. And we saw the man one. Hello, Nini. All right, let me go back as we've got more people in the chat. Hello to you all, my lovelies. Right, let me go and post some bits back into the chat. I'll get to you in a minute, Nini. Okay, so this is, remember, Nini, this is my experience or person, point of view. It may not be what others believe or what you experience. Okay. Oh, lovely, Valerie. Well done. Usually, because we're all connected by energy, it's usually thoughts with me. Okay, I will think about somebody. Okay, but I know it's not me thinking about them, if you get what I mean. I could be busy doing something, and yes, we have thoughts pop into our head all day long at any random time, but it's a different it's hard to explain, really, to be honest. I don't feel a presence of somebody's energy who's living around me. So it's not like I feel them around me like I do with spirit. It is more the thoughts. Do you understand? So if I'm really thinking about somebody, you tend to drift off in a train of thought, don't you? Oh, I wonder how my mother's doing. I wonder what she's doing today. You sort of go along that thoughts, but other times they can just sort of oh, me mum or something like that, and it can be short. Do you understand? Yes, you can think of songs. You can suddenly pick up on a song and you just know that it's from somebody. That's a very good one, Nini. You just know it's not you, if you get what I mean. But it's not like an energy presence like a spirit. It's thoughts. Yes, even when I hear spirit, it is in my own voice. I don't suddenly get a different sounding voice. Now, some people do. I don't. It is in my voice, but not what I would say. Sometimes when I'm doing a reading and spirit says a certain word, it's not a word I use. So sometimes even in a reading, I have to look the word up because I'm not quite sure what meaning the meaning is. Okay, Scorpio. Another Scorpio, look. Okay, so Scorpios just bought a little £5 reading. The little £5 readings are one card as a visual with a channeled message that Spirit wants Scorpio to know. Okay, not a question that she's asked. The little £5 readings are just a little taster. Again, Valerie, that's brilliant. Mel, lovely to see you here as well. That's when I got a reading from you. Right. I'm actually drawn to these. So, a message for Scorpio. Okay. Now, this card is all about sort of... Usually, if it was in a love reading, okay, I would say, oh, your person is attracted to you. Okay, but Spirit is saying again, focus on yourself. All right, I know before when you've had readings, they always tend to take the theme of you need to be focusing on yourself. Spirit is saying this as well. All right, remember that where your focus goes, energy flows, which is your thoughts. Emotion, okay, is energy in motion. Okay, but your thoughts are energy in motion as well. All right, so your feelings, your thoughts are all energy in motion. Now, when you are focused on a problem, Spirit is saying, or you're focused on a person in a situation, family, work, lovers, or whatever, because you're focused on them, your energy is going on them. And where your focus goes, your energy flows. So when you're focusing on a problem, the problem's staying there. When you're focused on your specific person or a person, they focus on themselves. When you put your focus back onto you, then the energy goes back onto you. People's focus goes back onto you. Do you understand, Tracy? So focusing back on yourself. I mean, look at her. She's beautiful. She knows that she's loved. She knows that she's chosen. She knows that she's prioritized, respected, valued, appreciated. Okay, listened to, heard, understood. She knows she's everything. All right, and that is not coming from our egotistical side. If you are not loving yourself, if you're not prioritizing yourself, if you're not respecting, valuing and appreciating yourself, if you're not choosing yourself or honoring yourself, then nobody else is going to. Because everything and everybody is just a reflection, is reflecting back who you say you are. Okay, a lot of people do not understand that they repeat cycles. Why do I keep losing my job? Why do I lose lovers? Okay, look at how you're seeing yourself. Look at how you're seeing others. Look at what labels, stories you're sticking on everything. Because the universe is meaningless, it's neutral. It doesn't have nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. Okay, so what stories and labels are you going around sticking on things and wondering why it's good or it's shit? Okay, so focus back on self. Always come back to self. When you're focused on the problem stays there. When you're focused back on to everybody else, then they're focused on themselves. How can they focus on you if you're not focused on yourself? Okay, so I hope that you understand that one, Tracy. And Spirit is saying, I know this is another card, once you focus back on self, your higher self guides you in perfect ways. Okay. And how do you know that your higher self or your spirit team is guiding you? By how you feel. Not emotions. I mean how you feel. If somebody says to you, right, Tracy, I want you to move, pack up your bags today, and you've got to go and live in Timbuktu, and you're like, what the fuck? Why the hell would I want to live there? No. Okay, you get that sinky feeling, anxious feeling. Okay, that is a no to me. If somebody says something to me, okay, and I have that sinking feeling, that is a no now. Even if my logical mind wants to come in and says, oh, but that, it's a no. I've learned not to question it. Okay, if somebody says something and I feel calm, I feel okay with it, that's a yes, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, I think there's a lovely Einstein quote. I think it was Einstein. And Stormy, you'll probably pick me up on this as well. No, that's not. Perhaps it's not him. Who said? Let me just put that in. I've got bits of the quote, but oh, it is Einstein. Okay, it was Einstein. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Okay, so it's not, it does say it's not totally clear if he said it in exactly in that form. Okay, but it's the problem referred to is the idea that you need a different kind of thinking to fix something that was created by your old way of thinking. Okay, so if your old way of thinking was nothing works out for me, and you keep then experiencing lots of things to prove to you that nothing works out for you, then there's no point you hoping that that problem will go away. Okay, because you're in that mindset, so you experience what you the story you tell. Okay, so if you want to see situations change, you have to say, right, so I don't want, look at what I keep telling myself, nothing works out for me. You're quite right, here's more of it. Okay, because you get to experience what you dominantly talk about or how you think. So when you're focused on the problem, that's where your energy is all going. Okay, and more problems are coming out of it. It's a loop. Even if you've got a big problem, okay, all you need to do is, this is working in my favor. It might look like complete crap, but this is actually going in my favor, because everything goes in my favor no matter what. Okay, your higher self will then, you know, the universe, whatever, will then download you inspired action, which means that it's, you don't realize you're doing it. It just feels natural and normal. Okay, it's not till you look back. Okay, so you'll always be guided in the right way, but when you're hyper focused on the problem, or you're hyper focused on your person, okay, for those of you who are in no contact or having problems in a relationship, they're focused on themselves. Okay, they're not focused on you, because you're not focused on yourself. Hello, Rabia, my lovely. Okay, let's get into the free collective love reading. Sorry, I waffled on a bit then. So, just go and put that girl. Right, let me set it up. Okay, so for those of you who are new here, welcome. Okay, the free collective love reading that Spirit likes to do usually covers 3 areas in one, if you get what I mean, in one reading. So it usually covers singles who are ready to mingle. You are not wanting anybody from your past back. You're wanting somebody totally new. Okay, then we've got the people in no contact, and then we've got people in just experiencing problems in a relationship. Now, sometimes it doesn't always relate to all 3 areas, but the majority of the times it does. Okay, so what I will be doing is these 4 cards will remain the same, but then I will be bringing in other cards to clarify for the singles, the no contact, and the having problems. Okay, Spirit, so for the collective love reading, please. Okay, funnily enough, even though I've done that, we've got that one again. Okay, it's going to have the same meaning, but Spirit is wanting it out because they want to remind you of the energy. Okay. So we haven't got anything that's necessarily come out for singles in that one. So I'm just going to pull a card from here. Anything for singles, Spirit? They're just saying victory and success. Okay, so for some of you, there will be somebody coming in for you. There's going to be changes, and it will be in the next 2 to 3. Okay, so it could be, they're saying it's going to be a peaceful connection. All right, over the next 2 to 3 days, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, or over the next 2 to 3 months. Okay, so for those of you who are single, ready to mingle, then there is the chance, not for all of you, remember it is a collective, okay, that there is a potential for somebody new to come in pretty soon. Yes, and I was just thinking, I heard Spirit saying by Christmas, and this card for me is always by the end of the year. It's the number 12, so by the end of the year, Spirit's guided that person to you. Okay, yeah, for things to grow. So it's pretty soon. We haven't got long to wait till the end of the year. Okay. Right, if you're in no contact, it's the same. Right. Again, for a lot of you, your energy is focused in the wrong way, Spirit is saying. Okay. When, again, coming back to pretty much this one, okay, meaning, yes, your person is still attracted to you. Now, not for all of you that are in no contact. You're in no contact for a reason. Remember. Okay, there's a reason why you're in no contact. So, or blocked or ghosted. Okay. But to get out of that, so from their point of view, okay, yes, they are still, some of them, attracted to you. Your person is still attracted to you. Okay, some of them are really missing you. Okay, and are struggling over the leaving. Okay. But from your point of view, because where your energy goes, okay, or where your focus goes, the energy flows. So when you are hyper focused on blocked, ghosted, they're an ex, they don't want me, they said this, they said that, you're keeping the problem there. The energy's not going to move. Okay, and because you're hyper focused on them, they're focused on themselves. Thank you very much. They're not focused on you. All your energy is doing when you're focused on them is pushing them away. Okay, because you're thinking all the negative things, okay, and they are just like, every time you pop in their head, oh, well, yeah, I miss them, but, oh, no, this happened. So instead of coming into their heart, okay, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. They're not feeling that. They're going into their head with all the attachments as to why, you know, you're not in contact and why they either ghosted you or you ghosted them. Okay, so Spirit is saying, always, if you want reconciliation with your person, okay, the fact that you desire them still, from a true desire point, not a, oh my God, I miss them, not like a drug, okay, where's my drug gone, I need a fix, okay, it is from it's a different feeling, okay, you'll know when it's a true heart's connection. All right, Spirit is saying, first of all, you don't need to make it hard work. Okay, stop making it hard work. It's a shift in energy. It's a switch in your energy and your focus. Okay, so you're going to release. Okay, you're going to release everything that you've attached labels and stories to. You're going to stop calling them an ex. Okay, are they your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, your spouse, your partner, your lover, your true love? Okay, stop calling them an ex, because you're focusing on the word ex, so they are going to keep being an ex. Okay, especially when you're hyper focused on them. Yes, exes will turn up because you're not focused on them. Okay, I get lots of my clients saying, well, I've been wanting my specific person back, but all my exes are coming back. Why? Because you don't give a fuck about them. You're not focused on them. Okay, so they will show back up sometimes. Okay, not all the times. All right, stop focusing on the leaving, Spirit is saying. Stop focusing on the fact that they've gone. Okay, this comes back to you coming back to yourself with self-love. You know what? My person needs me more than I need them. I'm the fucking prize. I'm the only person they've ever loved and choose to be with. Why? Because I am loved. I'm chosen. I'm prioritized. All right? I'm pursued. But then you need to be patient, okay, before you actually see the physical world shift to reflect back to you your new story where you're in each other's arms. Okay. Oh, they know that I'm the best thing that ever happened to them. Oh, they'll be back. Okay. Oh, he knows that with me is the only place he ever wants to be, needs to be, and belongs. He can't stop thinking about me. All right. Why? Because I'm amazing. I'm the prize. All right. This is your life experience. You're not second best to any other person on this planet. But if you are coming from fear, you're going to get more things to fear. Your fears will, the majority of times, play out. All right. So Spirit is saying there for you to focus on the new story. Stop looking out at the time. Stop wondering what they're doing. Stop checking their social media. All you're doing is keeping yourself in the loop of I don't have. And you will keep getting more of it. You're on a hamster wheel, wondering, well, why? Why aren't they coming back? When are they coming back? No, they're not coming back because your energy is focused on them. So they're focused on themselves. Okay, when you focus back on you, the energy shifts. Okay? We can't see the wind, but we can feel it. And it's the same with energy. All right? So we feel that. So change your story. If you're in a relationship with problems again and you're struggling and it seems like hard work, then again, come back to self. Even if you're in a relationship, come back to self. What's triggering you? We need triggers. Triggers come from the subconscious. Okay, and if we don't deal with the triggers within ourselves, it's nobody else's job to. We will keep getting triggered. You're going to keep seeing situations the same. Okay, different face, different name, the same. Okay, so allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. What do you love about your person? You're choosing to stay in that relationship. If you're trying to fix somebody or you're hoping that they'll change, they are who they are. Okay, so you don't have to choose to be in that relationship. All right. So again, release that tension, release that judgment. Love is unconditional, meaning there's no conditions. There's no judgment. It's not, well, if they did X, Y, Z, then I'd be happy. Because they're looking at you going, well, hang on a minute, if you did A, B, C, then I'd be even happier. So you're going into battle and there's going to keep being a war. Okay, so release that. Spirit is saying, here, come back to self. You know what? He always forgives me, or she always forgives me, and I'm always forgiven. Okay? I love myself, so I know my person loves me. All right? That shifts the energy. Remember, everything is energy. You have to release that negative energy or the opposing story energy. All right? What else? Couples. Yes, then, what does your happy home life look like? The 2 cups on the table. What does the 2 of you look like, whether you live together or not? This signifies a healthy, harmonious, balanced relationship. All right. No, my lovely. They're not, I've not heard of those cards before. Hello, Wendy Ann, my lovely. So don't forget that the timestamps for the spirit message we did earlier, that Spirit did earlier, and for the love reading, and we've got the career reading in half an hour. In the meantime, if you want your own personal reading, it is paid readings only. If you are wanting a reading and you don't have the link, then let me know and I can put it into the chat. It is through PayPal only. If you can't get PayPal where you are, sorry, but that's the only payment method I deal with. And you can go and check out my shorts. There will be probably an answer in one of those shorts for your question, although it won't be personal. That's your higher self. In infinite intelligence, higher self, God's self, source self, all that is. Yes. You're not going to suddenly hear it in a different voice. Some people, it's very rare that people do. Okay, because it's like your eyes. Your eyes only see light. It's the brain that adds in the images. You're not actually seeing that image. All you're seeing is light through your eyes. The same with your ears. You're not hearing the words. It's your mind that's putting together the words from the frequency that the vibration on your eardrums of the sounds that you're hearing. Okay? So it will be in your voice. Your mind only knows your voice. It's not going to start, unless you're possessed, it's not going to be in a different voice. Yes, I expect there are some mediums who can hear spirit talking as they were. Okay, and I have seen them where they say, I've got a man here talking in a Scottish accent or something like that. Okay, but your own inner voice is you. Your subconscious mind is what is, when you go to sleep, your conscious mind shuts off. It's gone. Okay? But your subconscious mind is always working. I mean, for example, if I see something in the day, like yesterday, something really stupid, okay, for a split second, there was a toothpick, like I think they're called toothpicks. You can buy them in a little box and they're a little brown pointy end thing. You can stick them into sausages or you can pick your teeth with them. Okay, but there was one under the coffee table. And I said to my husband, oh, there's a toothpick under there. I must pick it up because the dog might get it. Okay. So I dreamt last night about this fucking toothpick that was stuck in the dog's teeth, and when I went to pull it out, it was just loads and loads of like shards of it, like stacking up to about that thick of thing. So it had gone, everything during your day goes into your subconscious. Your subconscious is working 24/7. Okay, so it's got free reign because it's not got your logical mind to come in and say, well, that doesn't sound right. Okay, it's got free reign to dream about anything. Okay, I mean, I dream every night. I know that if I have not had a dream, I've not slept. I've always dreamt. I can wake up and fall asleep and, still go straight into a dream. Even if I've got up for the night, in the night to go for a wee. I dream every night. And believe me, after 59 years of dreaming God knows what over the years, I don't think anything surprises me. Yeah, you'll get loved ones through. I lost 2 significant family members last year in 24, and yes, they will come into my dreams as well. Even my nan that I lost 30 odd years ago, I will still have a dream about her. Some people say that when we're asleep, we travel anyway onto the astral plane where all possibilities are. Okay, so you're experiencing all possibilities of reality because creation is done. It's just that you haven't got your negative Nancy logical mind trying to poo-poo everything to protect you and keep you safe. You can see what you want, experience what you want, talk with friends you haven't seen for years and years and years, school friends, work colleagues, people who have passed away. You can be anywhere and anywhere. Duarcadi, sorry to hear that, but this is not free readings, my lovely. I'm sure there might be another psychic doing readings, but also the advice given in the love reading, the free collective reading I just did, okay, is to focus back on self. No, you don't deserve that. Okay, yes, you're going to have emotions. Okay, of course you're going to feel emotions, you're going to feel broken. Okay, but at this point in time, you focus back onto yourself. Put your energy and focus back onto you. Know your worth, value, and respect. Okay, you don't deserve that. So therefore, when you focus back on you, it will help you to heal quicker, and it will help you to release it, and it will help you to move on and find somebody who does see your worth and value. Went down. I was very close to my granny. She passed away. I got in my card. One granny. And that's good to hear, Stormy, as well. Oh, Neela. Okay. Okay, you're here. So what am I asking them? I can't remember what guidance I gave you last time, Neela. I do about 30 readings a day in my job. So I know you're saying about the other bit. Spirit just keeps saying give you general guidance because you know how it works. So Neela, remember that everything is right now. Okay, that literally what you are thinking about him or yourself or the situation is what you're going to get. All right, there's no point me checking him because it will be the current version that you are focused on. Do you understand? It's got nothing to do with him. He reflects back who you say you are. All right. So you may decide with your free will that you're not even going to go. All right. It could be weeks ahead. It may be that you just bumped into this guy and he said, yeah, great if we all meet up, but it never happens. Okay. So it's too vague. It's, remember, all possibilities exist. You're stood here looking at all the potential possibilities. You may not go. You go and SP doesn't show up. You go, SP does show up. You go, SP doesn't like you. You go, SP likes you. So there's too many potentials there. So Spirit, it keeps saying go general. Okay, I want to look at your current energy. Plus the fact that you're still sort of... you're still sort of stressing about this. I couldn't think of the word, but Spirit pulled the word. Okay, you're still sort of in your thoughts. Remember, swords for me are thoughts. Your thoughts are weighing you down. You're still stressed. Okay, you're still in the cold. Because you're not being Neela, who is, you're wavering. Okay, you're causing that wavering. Remember, there's only right now, every time you think about him, it is point blank clear. You're either with him or you're not. You can't be both. Okay, I've told you before that think of the state you are operating in. If this is Florida with Disney World in Orlando, okay, and this is trying to think of something else. And this brown deck is Texas. I don't know. Texas might be might not be dry and drab. I don't know. I know it's sunny there. Okay, right. So Orlando is in the state of Florida. Okay, so let's call this the state of the wish fulfilled, where you and him are together. But over here is the state of Texas, okay, where it's dry and barren, and this is where you're not together. This is where you're stressed. Okay, now if you are in Florida going to Disney World, you cannot go to Texas and complain and moan that Disney World isn't in Texas. It's not in that state. So when you're worried and stressed, your person is not with you in that state. They are with you in here. So therefore, you have to go to Florida. All right? Do you understand? The state you operate from. Who are you being with your I am? I am with him in a loving relationship, or I'm going to be because I'm the fucking prize and he needs me more than I need him. Or I'm not, I'm worried, I'm stressed. What's he going to say? What's he going to think? Okay, that's not working on your self-concept, concept of self. Okay? Do you understand all of that so far, Spirit is saying? And coming back to, as well, your focus. When you are focused on them, they are focused on themselves. When you are focused on you, they focus on you. All right, going back to the love reading, the collective love reading. Okay. So, Spirit is saying, what's that one hiding? Oh, no. Right, yeah, that one. Oh, yes, okay, I didn't see that one hiding. The changes come when you decide whether you're in Broken Heartsville or you're in Wish Fulfilledville. Okay, because when you're operating from you that has it, you would not be in this state because you've got it. Look at this mouse grinning away. Okay, happy as Larry. He's got everything you want. Okay, you've already got it. You're not trying to get it. You're just denying yourself it. You're in this energy more than you are in that one. And then you're flip-flopping. Heard it? Get it? Get it? Okay, which one are you going to actually settle in? Because unless you settle in one, you're not going to see what you want, or you'll get hot and cold, or you'll get no movement at all. Okay, at the moment, like this horse stuck in here, you're just banging your head against the side, banging your head against a brick wall, wondering why nothing's changing, because you haven't changed. Okay, you're still trying to effort here. Okay, you're still trying, well, I need to do more. Perhaps I should do more. Okay, I could journal more. I could visualize more. No, just be the woman who is happy with him. Okay? It's not about trying. When you are identifying as the version of you that already has it, you wouldn't be looking for it. You wouldn't be journaling. You wouldn't be doing all of that crap anymore, because it's just a decision. Decide. The delay, as you know, Spirit has said a million times, the time it's taken is the time it's taken you to get out of your own way. Okay, because your focus is going on all the wrong story and labels. There is no past, there is no future. There is only the now moment. Remember, time is not linear. It is vertical. Okay, which means everything exists right now, all at once. All versions of you. The version of you that's 80 years old, 60 years old, a baby. Your age now. All versions of your person. All possibilities exist. Okay, so when you focus back on self as being chosen, loved, adored, and secure, he will come forward in your desired way, as long as you are thinking of him in that desired way. Okay, you have to see him as the version that you're wanting, because he is all versions. Okay. So shift your energy, my lovely. You haven't shifted, so you can't sit there. Well, where is it? When's he going to turn up? He's not going to, because you're still in the timeline where he's never going to. You can't change, you can't take characters into another movie from an old movie. You change the film. You change the channel. Spirit is saying you're sort of hopeful, you're more in hope that one day, hopefully, we'll be together. Stand in your power. You are the power that decides. You're either with him or you're not. Okay? Set boundaries with yourself, Spirit said. Okay, set boundaries with yourself. If you're not disciplined within yourself, then you're not going to see the results you need. In his current 3D version, okay, no, he's around family, thinking about family. Nothing sad. I'm not getting a sad feeling from the current 3D version that you're thinking of, focused on. You really don't have to overcomplicate this. You literally, when your person pops into your head, however you talk to yourself, as if a mate or somebody is asking you, hey, Neela, how are you and your SP? Okay, how are you and blah, blah. What reply would you say if you were in a happy relationship with them? Yeah, we're perfectly happy together. Stronger than ever. Okay, hear the other person say, yeah, you two are such a perfect couple. You're a match made in heaven. And you just loop that, okay? And when you think of him on your own, okay, just, yeah, he's mine. Okay, he's nobody else's. It's your reality. Remember, he only exists in your awareness, how you're aware of him. If you weren't aware of him, he would not exist to you. It's the story you've got plastered all over it that is keeping it from you, because you're not in the story of we're a happy, beautiful couple together. You're in a story with your ego mind, in your logical mind, of separation. There is no separation. That's fear that sees things as separate. Okay, he exists within you. All versions of him exist within you based on how you're seeing him in your awareness. Do you understand? Stormy, are you back in the chat, my lovely? Okay, I'm drawn to these and these. So, okay, the first thing they're saying, for me, this card, because she's in what I call a night dress, okay, is either you're not sleeping very well, your sleep's interrupted, or you're still stressing, okay? You're still focused on problems, stressing at problems. You know, when you go to bed at night, are you relaxed in a, you know, everything goes my way energy? My life is perfect. Okay, I'm living my best life. Are you revising your day to how you would have wanted it to be? Or are you going to bed on a load of problems and stressing? Okay. What they're asking me to do is pull one on one. Okay. Yeah, focus back onto yourself. Okay, who are you being? Who are you being? Somebody who's confident, somebody who's got everything she wants, whose life is magical, perfect, living her best life. Okay, because you already do have everything you want. Or else you couldn't want what you want. Okay, so there's no point stressing. Put your focus always back onto self. Okay. And what I've said before is I like to, when I have time, which is most days, for me, usually I can go to bed and I can just go to sleep. Okay. Other times, and I don't worry about anything. Okay. Because I've got everything. My life is perfect. All right. So in the morning, so if I am more awake at night, I will put on a Hertz music on YouTube with headphones whilst I just put it for even, you know, just let it run. Sometimes it'll be 10 minutes that I'm sort of just focusing in my chest on my breathing, coming out of my head, dropping into my chest, focusing on my breathing, and I'm observing any thoughts that come up. I'm not interacting with them. I am just observing anything that comes up. Okay. So if you're saying something about more often than not, but I still have my days and working more on not going to bed on a low by bed. Yeah, I was listening to what you said when I don't remember. Okay, so if you were worrying about something, okay, and that pops into your awareness, oh my God, I've got so many bills to pay. So, well, I've got everything I want. I've got more than enough money. Every day my wealth increases. I've always had lots of money, okay, because the past is right now as well. So I always have, or I have always, okay. So focus back on self. Make sure you're coming back on self is what Spirit is saying there. Okay, remember, you've got the whole world. The whole world is you. You're in charge of the whole world. Okay, remember, if there are 8 billion people on this planet, there are 8 billion different worlds, as Bashar says, or realities all playing out, because everybody is seeing the world differently through their lens. No one can ever experience your reality. It's everything is reflection of your beliefs, your thoughts, your stories, your labels, who you're saying you are. Okay, that is when you're in that knowing, you're listening to self, that your spirit self and the universe guides you to where you're meant to be, to what story you're telling yourself. Okay, the person beginning with R who's asking about when did you get pregnant, this isn't free readings, my lovely, and I don't answer pregnancy questions anyway. So Spirit is saying you've still got conflict with others. So how you see others can be still arguing with them in your head. Okay, but you are in conflict with yourself as well. Okay, which is causing that stalemate situation, stopping you having what you want. So again, the opposite of love is not hate, it's fear. Your fears are seeing separation, loss, things as being impossible, or focusing on them. Remember that Einstein quote as well, Spirit is saying. Okay, so that dead horse that you're operating from needs to be re-energized. Okay. And Spirit is saying you're looking out there still. You're still looking out at the physical world. Well, where is it then? What's changed? Where's the proof? Where's the validation? When I see it, I'll believe it. No, when you believe it, you will see it. Make the unseen seen. It's all there. Okay? But you're still looking for it out there. What games are people playing? What can I do next to fix and solve this? What's my next move? No, Spirit's already told you when you're in alignment, you're automatically guided to where you should be, in conjunction with the story you're telling yourself. Okay? If you don't know what you want at this point in time, then that's fine. You're just operating on your default settings. Okay? Be more confident. Okay, I love the confidence of this queen. She's confident. She's kick-ass. She's in her power. And she's got this beautiful cherub blowing a kiss here. That's the universe. Blowing that kiss. Yeah, you're in your power. You're in your confidence. All right? You're in your power. Okay, you can't get more. Be in your power as you are. It's your world. It's the law of whatever the fuck Stormy says it is. Okay? It's nobody. You're not waiting for anybody's permission or for anybody to move or do anything. You're deciding. You make the rules here. It's whatever you say it is will get reflected back. through divine messengers, which are others. Okay. So Spirit is saying here, you're still sort of letting others or the physical world control you while you're feeling powerless. Okay. But it's your decision. You're in control of the reins. All right. For what you wish for or want. Remember, you cannot desire something that is not put in your awareness for you to have. You would not be aware of it. Okay. That is when it comes to you. Okay. You're putting obstacles in your way. So with this card, the belief. Children believe. I've said this a million times. They believe in Father Christmas. They believe in the Tooth Fairy. They believe in the Easter Bunny. Okay, if I say to a child under the age of 7, okay, usually under the age of 7, okay, I will be back later with a great big rabbit, okay, a fluffy toy. They will be forever saying to their parent, mother or whatever, when's Sophia coming back with a great big fluffy toy? Okay, they don't sit there going, well, she's a lying bitch. I don't suppose I'll ever see her again. Okay, been let down too many times. They're operating from their true selves. They haven't had their egoic, logical mind kick in. Okay? So be in your power is what Spirit is saying there. That is when you come out of the cold and you go into the beautiful sunshine of the life that you're wanting. Even if you just say, my life is perfect. I'm living my best life. I have everything I want. Okay? Well, it's seeing yourself as happier, healthier, and wealthier. Okay, so instead of being like you want to be more happier, healthier, and wealthier, you are claiming it now. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, abundant, fulfilled. Okay? If you keep putting something into the future, it's always going to be in the future. There is only right now. So right now you're perfect as you are. You're welcome. Spirit will always put you back onto track. Back on track. Sounded like trap. There is nothing outside of you other than what you say is outside of you. Even if something that comes up that is total shit, just look at it and say, you know what, this is working in my favor no matter what, because I always get what I want. Why? Because you make the rules here. It's your world, nobody else's. Nobody can tell you no. Even if somebody's telling you no, you're still claiming it as yours. Have faith. You're birthing the world. You are giving birth to your world experience. There's a world on this pregnancy bump with faith for a reason, or else it would just be a normal skin color. You're birthing the world, your world as you know it or want it to be. Okay, but you're claiming it as right now because there is only right now. You either have it or you don't. Okay, you have to keep reminding yourself, I already have that. Okay, oh, specific person, I'm already with him. Okay, money, I've got more than enough money. I've got more than enough money. Oh, bill come in, yeah, I've got loads. When you are reminding yourself of the new story and you're not going back to the old story, the new story has to, the physical world has to shift to that new story. Okay, Prab, this is paid readings only, my lovelies. Yeah, it will feel scary because it's the opposite of what you're used to telling yourself. It's faith, isn't it? You're having to rely on your faith and your trust in your own power that what you say is. It does take a little while. It felt like I was fighting an octopus when I was first taught all this. But now my human mind is actually on board with what I say it is from my true self. Yeah, be unbothered. Yeah, that needs me more than I need it because it only exists because of you. In your awareness, if you weren't aware of it, it wouldn't exist as you see it, if you like. Okay. Okay, Wendy Ann. When you say a unit, do you mean like a storage unit or somewhere to live? Somewhere to live. Okay. Okay, so straight away when Spirit shows me this card, it means the money's there. Okay, you're presented with it for growth. Okay, so that's a positive card. Don't overthink this. Don't start going into your negative thoughts. What if? Okay, yes, I feel that this is like either the owner, okay, of the place or the agent sort of moving things around for you. Okay, but it's creative, it's beneficial, and justice here. Okay, but it's coming from you. It's already yours. If you want it, it's already yours. Okay, so keep telling yourself, I already own it. As if you're having a conversation with me if you need to, or somebody else. Okay, yep, I got the offer got accepted. You know, it's all mine. If you truly 100%, you don't want anything else. If you're happy that if you didn't get it, you can look for something else, and that's fine. But if that is your dream place to live, it's got everything you want, then see it as yours. Okay, these are paid readings only, my lovely. Yeah, you can show people through it like I did as you go to sleep. Okay, as you're going to sleep, imagine that you're showing somebody around. They're turning up at the door, you're taking them room by room, you're explaining all the bits. Okay. Right, okay, Granny is saying here, okay, so I thought I'd split the pile into two. This is Granny. Okay, she's here. She's again saying that she watches over the family. All right. She's just saying, backing up what I said. Okay, yes, things are moving, but the way they move is not through worry and stress. Okay, it's that relax, going with the flow, everything goes in my favor. It's always a perfect outcome for me, best case scenario that I'm more than happy with. Okay, you're being patient, not, oh, well, they didn't get back to me within 2 seconds. Okay, just go with the flow and tell yourself it's already yours. Okay, yes, I thought it showed it. I was the second highest offer, but that never bothered me. No, I've had people who've been the lowest offer or have got really bad credit history. And even if the estate agent or the realtor has told them, no, it's not yours, they claim it as theirs. That's mine. I make the rules here. I decide. Okay, so she's just sort of backing that up with that. Peter, be strong. Okay, be strong, be confident. Peter's saying, okay, you can have what you wish for. Turn your back on the emotions that aren't serving you or the negative thoughts. Focus on what you do want, like this beacon. Okay, be confident, and I love you. Be confident. It's blowing you a kiss. We're here on your spirit team, and we love you. Okay, look at the big face looking down over you. All right, so be confident. You're protected. Okay, but make sure you're nourishing yourself with positive thoughts. Okay, not with negative. No, she's saying no, you did that yourself. You know, they're helping you to stay on track to get it, but you brought in the new beginnings yourself by what you chose. Remember, you're in control here. Nobody is outside of you deciding whether you're being good or bad. Okay? But the new beginnings are there for you. It's yours. Even if, Wendy Ann, even if they turn around and say they gave it to somebody else, if you truly want it, You're not accepting that. Deny that in your mind. Nope, don't know what they're talking about. You're choosing, it's mine. Okay, it's mine no matter what. Everything is going in my favor, because you never know. Okay, I see it all the time. I've had it in my own life where it looks like a job's gone, it looks like a property's gone, okay, but I claim it as mine, and then the other person leaves the job, doesn't want the job, had another job offer, or didn't want the house, okay, or couldn't raise the funds for it. How many times do you see, I mean, here in the UK, it's very popular to see a for sale board with sold on, and then it goes back up for sale. Okay, because the people who initially put the offer in, something happened. Either they pulled out or they didn't get approved. Okay, whether for for a mortgage or whatever, or the funds. So it's never over till you say it's over. The minute you say, oh fuck, I didn't get it, you didn't get it, because you're in that timeline where you didn't get it. Okay, so always persist. It's not over till you have given up on it. Do you understand? Even then, it still exists there for you. You're calling it to you. Okay? You're calling it to you. Yeah. Exactly. That's a good one. I'm the only one with the funds. I'm the only offer that was accepted. I'm the top priority. I'm always chosen. No one is better than me. No one compares to me. Okay. Anything else you want to ask Wendy Ann on that reading before I move on to the last of the collective readings, which is the career reading? It doesn't matter. Don't start judging it. You don't have to justify what you want. If you want it, it's yours. Okay? Or else you wouldn't want it. Yes, something better could come along, but if you're happy with that, even if it's a stepping stone, then that's fine. As good bones. Right, okay. Okay, so this again, as we've got a moving on card, this is for people who are not happy in a job. Okay, you're not happy. All right, you're feeling like you're shut out from things. You're not feeling appreciated. The money's not enough. You're wanting more money. Okay, so again, a lot of people, it's your choice, Spirit is saying, to stay there. You don't have to stay there. Okay, if you're not happy somewhere, then move on. Okay, move on, all right, and apply for something that is going to fulfill you. whether it's financially or, you know, in your desires. You're passionate about something. Okay, it's got more money, it's more fulfilling. All right, focus, be patient. Spirit is saying be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, but there is an opportunity coming for you once you start looking. Okay, and then you will be happy and contented with your money, feeling good about yourself. All right, so use this time again. We've got patience. Okay, we've got be patient again. Okay, whilst you're applying, and that, don't start to think negatively. All right, just see this as a time to blossom. Okay, for new beginnings that will bring you that abundance, that money, that satisfaction. Okay, so if you are in a job that you're not liking, then stop moaning and complaining about it. Start looking. Don't limit yourself with, oh, well, there's no jobs out there. Okay, there's always jobs out there. All right, if you keep saying there's no jobs out there, then remember you're always right. There's no jobs out there. You're quite correct, the universe says, because that's what you keep saying. Okay, there's an abundance of jobs out there. There's loads of jobs out there. I can get a job tomorrow. All right, then there you go. One will fall in your lap, literally. Okay, take positive action. Action in a positive way, Spirit saying, not in a negative way. And trust. Trust the unfolding of it. The how and the when is not your job. Okay, that's the universe's job to deliver it. Once you've decided what you want, the universe delivers the how and the when. Okay, so don't forget, I will be putting the timestamps to all of the 3 free collective readings in tonight's live stream. If you do want any of my services, then check the description box below any of my videos or lives. If you want to listen to the other free collective readings from the other lives that I've done, then the timestamps are in the comments section. You can go straight to them rather than go through 2 hours of the live. Also, if you're wanting, there are over 1,000 videos on my channel, shorts, you know, yes, no, will they contact me, spirit messages, all sorts of shorts. Okay, and also if you love a pick a card reading, then there's loads of pick a card readings in a pick a card playlist, so you don't have to pick through the channel. But there's lots on my channel. Go and explore it, my lovelies. Thank you to all of you purchase readings. Just remember, there is only the now moment. You will only experience the now moment. The past is a memory you're thinking of in this now moment. You didn't physically go back into that situation. It's just a memory you're thinking about, and you can change that memory. You can put in whatever memory, because it's just a memory and your mind doesn't know what's real or what's not real. Okay, so put in a different memory. Okay, it's coming up to 9 o'clock. I will leave the live there. unless anybody's got something quickly that you want to say to me. Not a question about a personal reading. If not, I will jump off and see you next Tuesday. Good luck, Wendy Aaron. And to all of you, good luck. Have a wonderful week. Remember, the week is what you say it is. If you say it's shit, it's going to be shit. If you say it's going to be perfect, it will be perfect. Okay, my lovelies, I will leave this with you. Oh, I saw a family member on Saturday in at the blue. She said, have you found a place yet? I haven't found a place for sale the very next day. That happens so quickly. Yes, everything can be instant because it's already there. It's already there, waiting for you to shine your torch on it, your awareness on it. Okay, it was always there. The minute you were aware that you wanted somewhere to live, your place was there. Okay? And now you've been led to how you got it. Okay? Righty-ho then. Keep me posted, Wendy Ann. And I will catch up with you all next week. Love and light.